Unhinged, a movie about a guy who has really bad road rage and got to his final straw, it broke, and then somebody pissed him off on the road and he decided he was going to end that person, show them what a real bad day was. It was fine, I guess. I'd personally give it a C and probably never watch it again. I may buy it if I found it on like Dollar Tree. But other than that, I don't think I'd ever bother with this movie again. For those of you who don't want spoilers, there you go. I think it's a C, and it's okay, nothing great. Everybody gone? The spoiler people gone? Okay. So, what the movie is actually about. The movie starts off with Russell Crowe murdering his ex-wife and her new boyfriend. You don't really get to see anything. You just see him go into the house, and then you hear some guns. Some guy arguing about, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And then bang, and then you hear a woman screaming and bang, and then you go back and you go see the woman. The woman in this movie looks like Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, the girl that played Rey. I don't think it's her though, and I recognize the kid from somewhere, but I can't place him. He wasn't bad or anything. He wasn't like one of those annoying kids. So, I'll just call her Daisy because I don't remember her name, was getting divorced, and she's arguing with her husband about who gets the house and everything, and she's having a really bad time. She's spending time at her brother's place, or either that or her brother's living with her, whichever, either or. I believe it's her brother's living with her. And her mother is doing bad. She needs to be in a care facility home. And her ex is kind of a douche. He spends too much time at work. Doesn't want to really take care of the son or spend time with the son. So she wakes up late for work. She apparently used to own a hair salon, like a salon, and she lost the salon. That was an alarm. The salon, or her best client, fires her because she's going to be 20 minutes late because of LA traffic, which anybody who lived in LA or has been to LA wouldn't fire anybody over traffic, because LA traffic, well, you're always going to be late if you're going to leave somewhere. Like they say, like she says in the movie, what takes 5 minutes on Sunday takes an hour or two on Monday, because that traffic is horrible there. And after she gets her kid in the car and gets dressed, she goes to take him to school, because obviously you can't take the bus for some stupid reason. And she gets in traffic. She takes the freeway. It's clogged, so she decides to take the side roads. She gets behind a car at a red light. Everything's fine up to this point. Then the light turns green. She waits. She waits. She waits. The light turns yellow. She honks her horn. Nothing. Honks her horn again. Still nothing. She goes around him and keeps driving. The person in the car she was honking at was Russell Crowe, the bad guy. We're just going to call him Russell, because I honestly didn't catch any of these characters' names. So Daisy thinks nothing of it, and Russell pulls up next to him. He tells the kid to roll the window down. The kid stupidly rolls his window down. And, he says, "Hey, I'm sure, how can you give me a courtesy tap back there? You usually apologize. I'm sorry, I was having a bad day. I was just spaced out there. Fine, I accept your apology. Now, shouldn't you apologize to me? I don't owe you an apology." And she drives away. They're discussing about how he's having a bad day, and everybody has a bad day. And then she drives off. He's following her. She thinks she loses him. Daisy drops her son off at school. She goes and gets gas before she has to go meet her lawyer, who's also her friend. And while she's inside getting, I think, scratch-off tickets and paying for the gas, the guy's car is there. A thug boy decides he's going to go out there and intimidate the guy because, hey, I'll go out there, and if anything happens, if he still refuses, if he's still following you, you can call the cops then. And I'll probably just intimidate him. He just says road rage. He tells Russell to calm down. Russell kills him with his car, hits him, runs him over, and then chases Daisy down. Oh, Daisy can't call the cops. Her cell phone is missing, as well as her tablet. She gets another phone call from another cell phone. It's not hers. It's a burner phone. Russell starts reading off the names of people in her contact list about who she's going to kill. He asks her, "Who do you want me to kill first, Daisy? Or who do you want me to kill, Daisy? You get to pick who dies." And he says, her ex, her son, her brother, her mother, and she says the client that fired her. She didn't tell him that. She just said that her. And then, why does she deserve to die? Tells him why. So then she calls the cops. And the cops get to her client's house and nothing's happened. Russell actually went to meet her friend, the lawyer. Kills him while on the phone with Daisy. Then he says he's going to go kill her son. Daisy goes, reclaims her son from school, which is on lockdown because Russell at this point also makes a large crash on the highway, killing a police officer and a bunch of other people trying to kill Daisy. And he goes to Daisy's house, murders Daisy's brother's wife, or actually just fiance at this point, they weren't married, and tries to set her brother on fire. A cop gets to Daisy's house while Russell had already set her brother on fire. I think his name was Frank. Russell gets shot twice, once in the shoulder, once somewhere else, I think in the stomach or something, and gets away. He says he's back to following Daisy on the road. Daisy then goes to Grandma's big mansion because apparently she has a big house. Her neighborhood is hard to find stuff in. Even Frank gets lost there, and he's been going there for 30 years, he said. So they get to that place, and Russell goes to the house, starts asking for the kid. The stupid kid makes a noise in the attic, or not the attic. He's hiding in like a side room, basement type thing, like a hide-a-closet or whatever you want to call them. It's a closet within a closet, whatever you call those. And then Russell knows exactly where he is again because he makes a loud screaming noise like a little bitch when the mom grabs him from behind, jump scaring him basically for the crowd. And then Russell pulls her out. Before he goes into the house, Daisy actually hit Russell with a car because she goes driving back around. But her mother's car, her tablets is gone. I don't know how. It's like he was still tracking it even though it was off. So I guess she put it somewhere, or she threw it out the window somewhere or something because he didn't know where she was at this point any longer. And then Daisy hits him with the car. He gets out behind her when she goes looking for him, like she was gonna hit his head, like bash his head in with a 9-iron. And Daisy gets hit from behind. He says, "I want you to remember, you're gonna always remember my face every time you think of your son, because I'm going to kill him." And he goes to the house. That's when Daisy scares her son, and he screams like a bitch. He pulls him out. He beats Daisy in the face, tries to choke her, pulls this kid out hits the kid when the kid attacks Russell. Russell takes some kind of wire or something and wraps it around the kid's throat, starts to choke him. Daisy stabs Russell in the eye with scissors, and as he's lying on the ground, he gets back up, and then she kicks him in the face as he's starting to get back up with the scissors, and it goes into his brain, and he dies. Cops show up finally because the alarm was going off in the house, and they tell her that her brother is actually alive, even though he was set on fire, and he's going to be fine. So they go off to the hospital to see him. And on their way to the hospital, a person runs the red light and almost gets into an accident with them, yells like an asshole, because, assholes will be assholes. And she goes to hit her horn and doesn't do anything, and the kid goes, "Good choice." And that was Unhinged, for anybody that doesn't care about spoilers. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. No one's going to watch this point. I guarantee it. Everybody tends to clock out of these videos after a minute when they realize I'm not showing my face and doing all this stuff, like this extra editing and thing, because no one gives a f about this channel. Seriously, no one cares. I barely care. If you actually got to this point, say in the comment section here. I don't know. Have a good one.